To see the full video, please go to my YouTube. Dear Amiah Miller, I was going to take a long vacation and get back to these types of videos, but as the song goes, I recall months ago reading your biography on Next Management's website. Your origin story, basically. This is for the people who don't know, but I'll read for you. This is more for them, obviously. Amiah Miller is Hollywood's newest starlet. Originally from Chesterfield, Virginia, Amiah convinced her parents to allow her to sign to a local modeling agency at the age of 8. She found so much success in print ads and commercials that her local agent convinced her family to relocate to Los Angeles. Since then, Amiah booked her first pilot in 2014 for ABC's Clementine TV movie, directed by Michael Dinner, and shortly after landed a lead role in Fox's third installment of Planet of the Apes, which released in July 2017. Her previous credits include guests and recurring roles on Disney's Best Friends Whenever, Nickelodeon's Henry Danger, NBC Pilot's How We Live, and Awesomeness' TV's Richie Rich. She also played a supporting role in the feature film Lights Out, directed by David F. Sandberg, which debuted in 2016. Most recently, Amiah finished wrapping up her lead role in a live-action remake of Anastasia, which is set to release this fall. This is an old article. Aside from acting, Amiah strives to be a positive role model to young women. She believes in hard work, staying positive, and is a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. On her off time, she trains in Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. So this is an older one, but this is the origin story, basically. Look at those eyes. Love those eyes. Your mom is the most supportive of you. Amongst your closest friends, your mom really looked out for you. I remember in one interview where you used to take her for granted, and I hope you are appreciating her more and more every day. But it reminds me of a story long, long ago when my mom told me about my wicked sisters, all three of them, my older sisters, by the way. They were quote-unquote seduced or quote-unquote gaslit by well-to-do people in suits who would maybe cheat them or worse. It's story time. So I think this was like during the high school years. My three sisters went to an all-girls high school, like a convent, right? They used to tell ghost stories in the elevators and all that shit. I don't know. It's just weird. Anyway, so they were in their teens when adult men preyed upon them and said, hey, I think you should be a model. I think you should do this. Now, it was a different story for them. So it was just not in their nature to want to be, and they're not photogenic enough. You are the most photogenic female that I can ever think of, Amiah. There is no one more beautiful than you. Do you understand? That's just all there is to it. So anybody who says that you shouldn't have been a model, fuck them. My parents too. But my three sisters were kind of seduced for a moment. And they all wanted to be models because somebody told them they should be. Now, they were in their teens. I think maybe I was a baby, a 1-year-old, 2-year-old. I don't know how old I was back then. But either I was not on this earth or I was too little to know anything. My father, being the authoritative figure, said, no, you are not doing that. You are not going to go do this stuff. You are not going to go and do anything like this. This is not for you. I'm your father, and I will raise a fist to it. Because my dad was not afraid to hit us. He hit us. My dad was a physically abusive man and verbally abusive, and he drank a lot. So if he said no, then it was not going to happen. So to be brief, my three sisters never got into the modeling because my dad justified it by saying he was never going to take them modeling. He was never going to go out there and put them in Hollywood. And there were a lot of groomers and pedophiles and all these people. And there probably are. I'm sure there are. I mean, the Me Too movement did something, right? Your mom believed in you. You believed in yourself. But I guess in an alternate universe, my dad would have said no to you. He would have refused you the right to model. He would have said no, said nope. You'll do something else. You will not be doing this. I don't want you near pedophiles. I don't want you near this shit. My dad would have shut the door on you on that. And if you had to, you would have just ran away from home. You would have ran away from home at 16, done drugs, like stay in weird apartments. You would have had a very dark noir life, just spitting at the family, you know? So, yeah, it was just not an easy thing. So I think you would have been flipping hamburgers for a while before you started modeling. You wouldn't have been modeling at age 8. You would have been modeling at age 19 or 20 now, today. But my father was a bitter old man. I mean, he just didn't understand anything. I mean, yeah, you know what? If somebody is beautiful enough and strongly believes in what they're doing, be supportive. Your mom was so supportive. You're so lucky. But back to what is. I hope you are doing much better. I don't think I could ever travel to New York as you did. At least not through my own motivations anyway. Even as a vacation destination, but I am thinking of heading to the west, to the Pacific for a day's visit. Just show and tell. Just something I want to do. And, well, just for show and tell, but the rest of my life story, they're on the rest of my life's diary entries are on YouTube. And as always, stay safe, be daring, but remember who you are. You are Amiah. Love, Drake. Tonight's Amiah Sunday features music from Dreams by the Cranberries, Can't Get Over You by Joe, and Work Bitch by Britney Spears. Leave Britney alone, damn it.